How's everyone doing? Having a good night? Having a good night? You specifically, you having a good night? You know who's not having a good night? The people at the KFC on the south side of town. Now, I may have been lost to some of you, but let me explain. On the south side of town, there's a KFC, and next to it used to be a Burger King. And when there was a Burger King, everything was in balance. They knew what they were doing. Like Burger King made the burgers, they made the chicken, Taco Bell was down the road. There was a balance. Everyone knew what they were doing. But the Burger King died. And in the corpse of the Burger King, like a phoenix from the ashes, rose a Popeyes. And the Popeyes chicken is bringing in a couple more people than the KFC at this point, and it's getting really fucking sad. I don't know if you've seen the KFC in a while, but I drove by there and I don't see cars besides the workers there. And you look inside and you see the workers and they look like puppies at a pet store, like, please come here. Please come here. And then you can see the manager, and you know he's the manager because he looks like Jack Nicholson from The Shining, and he's just staring out the window at fucking Popeyes. It's just a bad situation there. But I went to eat with my girlfriend a few weeks ago, and when we were out there, we're eating, and this group of 4 comes in, and they start coming to the table one by one. First guy, he's sitting there eating, and apparently there's a discrepancy between the other 3 people and the workers, and they're trying to get it all worked out, something about the food and the money. But anyway, one of the guys, he comes to the guy eating at the table, and he tries to explain his situation. He's like, dude, fuck this place, man. We're getting the fuck out of here. They tried to take our money, and the guy's like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude, they tried to take our money, and we had to go get our money, and you need to go up there and get your money, and fuck this place, we're leaving. And the dude's like, they took my money? Man, it's my birthday, I just want to eat my food. Like, the dude went from here to here in the matter of that sentence, and it was the craziest shit to see because it doesn't happen like that often. Like, if you're here, you stay here, or you go here. Like, a drop-off doesn't happen. And as amazing as it was, and as impressive as it was to see, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I wanted to see that guy lose his shit, because it's way more fun that way. Like, that's why they make all those trash TV shows, and why I've seen every episode of Flavor of Love, because it's way more fucking fun to see somebody lose their shit. If you lose your shit, people remember that. If you lose your shit bad enough, that's all you will be remembered for. Anybody remember a guy named Mel Gibson? This dude used to be an actor. Yeah, in the 90s, and he did some really great work. And now he's the dad in a Will Ferrell and Marky Mark film. Because he lost his shit. That's what people remember. That's all they're going to really remember of him. Anybody ever read the Bible? There's a lot of stories in the Bible that would fit this bit, but there's one in particular that I'm partial to. And it's only 3 verses long. But it's from the book of 2 Kings. And the story goes, the prophet Elisha was walking out of the town of Bethel, and some kids came out and they jeered him and they said, go on up, you bald head. And so Elisha, being a man of God, doing what every good Christian would do, he curses them in the name of the Lord. And then, depending on which version you read, it will say 2 bears, or it will specify 2 she-bears, and I don't know why it specifies she-bears. Like, some translator was like, oh, only 2 ladies could do this. But 2 she-bears come out of the woods, and they maul 42 of the children. Right? No numbers were specified until the 42. Like, I don't know how many kids there were, but there are so many questions that opens up. Like, who decided that was what was necessary? Was that, like, Elisha's intent? Like, fuck you kids, bears. Or was that what, like, the Lord decided, you know, this situation calls for some bears. This is some bear territory. But, and then, how did he take down 42 kids? 2 bears? Like, I just imagine some sort of kung fu movie situation where they're back to back just fighting off these kids. Like, I don't understand it, but my favorite part of this story is the very last verse. It says, from then he went on to Mount Carmel. He just fucking left. Like he turned around and he's like, sees the sea of dead children in his wake, and he's like, all right, my job here is done. Have a good night.